Pokemon has DLC that I haven't played yet. So let's change that. I'll be playing through both parts with only shiny Pokemon. But to make things more interesting, I'm going to be continuing my Johto only run, with this video focusing on the Teal Mask. Join me on my journey through Kitakami as I slowly lose my mind. This is how I beat the Teal Mask with only Johto shinies. Our journey starts off with the question that I often find myself asking in these videos. What should my starter be? Well, seeing as the starters are actually in the next part of the DLC, that leaves me to look for a specific target. Of the returning Pokemon in the Teal Mask, there are 9 different Johto species you can find, and there's one in particular that holds a special place in my heart. That's right, we're going monkey mode. Apom's just a little guy, and he's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I felt like that was the only option as my starter for this run. But as fate would have it, Apom would not be the first shiny I found in the land of Kitakami. But no. I pivot to a Gen 3 challenge? No, surely not. I mean, come on. That's just really silly. While I named this Poochyena as something fitting, there is something that we need to talk about. The shiny odds. Normally in all of my challenges, I'm starting from the beginning of the game, so the odds of finding a shiny are much lower than usual. But this time around, I've beaten the game and have the shiny charm, meaning every Pokemon I see has at least a 1 in 1365 chance to be shiny, and all of my outbreak hunts are 1 in 819 odds. So with the Switch 2 spawn cap, it was very likely that this Poochyena wouldn't be the end of my troubles. Thankfully though, my next shiny was something that I actually wanted. Oh, that is very clearly a shiny Apom. Okay, I was about to go to bed. Monkey. I have a heal ball. That kind of matches. A dream ball. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, like there's no way it gets in the beast ball, right? Yeah, it was worth a shot. I guess I'll just start chucking my favorite Pokeball. Let's go. I decided to name this Apom Gordy. If you know, you know. But there's a problem. Since I've beaten the main story, everything in this DLC is incredibly strong. Plus, while I love Apom, I actually really dislike the way that Ambipom looks. He is very ugly. This means that our good pal Gordy is going to stay in Apom. And with how some of these fights are looking, he does not stand a chance. I need a heavy hitter. Luckily for me, I found this Swinub outbreak, and while Mamoswine is technically a Sinnoh Pokemon, I'm willing to look the other way if you are. Outside of my starter Pokemon, I let my Discord members suggest nicknames for my shinies, and this time I couldn't resist the name Harold. Like, yeah, that's Harold. With the behemoth by my side, it was finally time to tackle the story, where we're introduced to Kieran, a kid who isn't confident by any means and thinks he's weak when it comes to battling. But let me tell you, this child is a demon. Since Gordy can't really do anything, I'm basically leaving it up to Mamoswine to try to solo him. But this is his team. There is no way Harold beats this Yanma and Poliwhirl on top of beating Furret. Because the DLC expects you to have more Pokemon by this point, I was basically required to get right back to hunting. I ended up finding this Slugma outbreak, and while it's not good against Kieran, I really wanted this shiny. That's a shiny Slugma. I didn't spot that for a second there. That was pretty fast. 25 minutes. Saying that like that's not an incredibly fast shiny. What am I saying? Hey there, buddy. I completely understand how anyone ever would fail this. If you don't see the eyes, how the hell are you supposed to spot that? This is an absolute dream shiny of mine. I am so happy I got this. I like these nicknames, but the one that stood out to me the most was Zathura, which is a movie I rewatched this year and loved. This was my friend's thought process on suggesting it, so hell yes, his name is Zathura. But while Slugma is a great shiny, I immediately evolved it into Magcargo, and he looks so good in 3D. God, look at that slug! Going back into the Kieran fight, Zathura did help, but I had to let Gordy go down to revive him down the line to make sure I didn't lose again. Moving on, I have to fight Carmine, and I don't want to talk about it. After trying again, I was able to redeem myself and head on over to the Festival of Masks, where, oh, Who's this guy? Oh, dude, he's doing a little jig. Hold on, let me get the camera. Oh, man, it's over. I missed it. I'm such an idiot. Once I was done becoming the best ogre ouster to ever grace the game, I met this little guy who drops his little mask and reveals that he's the ogre that was ousted from the village. But he's not a Johto Pokemon, and I can't shiny hunt him, so I quickly moved on to a Pokemon I could hunt, Noctowl. I've always wanted this shiny in Soul Silver as it's a 100% chance to encounter it in the national park at nighttime. But little did I know that I would find a different national park shiny here. Oh, okay. Sure, okay, damn. It's a Johto shiny, that's for sure. Easy money. This wasn't my target, but considering it's still a great shiny, I'll take it. Welcome to the team, Johnson the Ariados. And Johnson allows me to beat up Kieran on my first try. Yay, he's sad now, yay! Moving on, I go to the crystal pool where I beat up a cunty fish before battling Kieran again. But this time, I lost. It was definitely winnable if I actually planned, but instead I took this opportunity to continue the hunt for Noctowl. Because while Ariados is cool, I want that bird. Hey, that was fast. Nope. Oh my god, thank god. Oh, that would have been real bad. My brother suggested the name Daedalus for this bird, and I felt a little biased towards it because I love the Daedalus Stormbow in Terraria. It's like one of my favorite weapons. So welcome to the team, Daedalus. And with him on the team, I was able to beat Kieran on my third try. This causes the lousy 3 to come back to life, and while I know it wasn't that long before my last shiny hunt, I have no idea when this DLC ends and how much more time I have to hunt, so I wanted to get the 6th member of my team. The Poliwag line returned in this DLC, and with them came Politoed, who is probably the coolest shiny I'm going to hunt in this video. But little did I know, it would take me a few tries. No. Is that a Choodle? Oh my god. That shiny Staraptor. Oh my god. After 2.5 hours of phasing, I gave up for the night, and following another hour of hunting the next day, I had my most unhinged shiny reaction. Are you a shiny? Are you? Oh. Wait. Oh, he's blue! Oh, yeah! Oh, man, I probably peeked the fuck out of the mic. Oh, wait, can I fail this? What do you have? Oh, please don't explode on me. I'll cry. I will cry. I didn't save. Let's go. Oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't. I don't know what came over me. Bro, that is not the tadpole Pokemon. That is a full-ass frog. I got recommended the name Scooby because that's the record company that published the Eiffel 65 song Blue. And I thought that was a very fitting name for a baby. The rest of this playthrough, I did something that I want to do more of. Live streaming. I said I was going to live stream more in my last video, and while I technically did, I still haven't made a definitive schedule or anything. So to make up for that, I try to beat the rest of this DLC in one sitting, and while the lousy 3 weren't that interesting of fights, I did bump into something. This is kind of a badge quest video I'm working on. God, that's a shiny Swinub! After putting yet another failure in the box, there was one final thing that I knew I needed to do. I may have a team of 6 shiny Johto Pokemon, but I did not really want this Ariados. It's a great shiny and all, but I just didn't plan on this. So I started resetting the outbreaks on stream trying to find something cool, and something cool showed up. I do like Yanma. Kieran has been taunting me with this Johto Pokemon this entire time, so I wasn't about to let him one-up me. I kind of read that, and then oh, that's a shiny Lotad. Okay, but for real, here's the shiny Yanma. I just like Smash. Whenever they make Smash, they re-release all those accessories for it, and I want to get a GameCube controller. Is that a shiny Yanma? I got a shiny Yanma. Look, talking about Smash. Let's go. Let's put him in a timer ball. The same brother that Jess named Daedalus also suggested the name Jeff Probes, and the mental image of Jeff Probes' head on Yanma was just too funny to pass up. So with my final shiny in hand, it was time to fight Kieran for the last time. He's got Dipplin, and I want to say we outspeed it. We hold. Let's go! And against all odds, we won. Yet despite beating Kieran, the game threw an even harder challenge at me, battling Ogerpon. My team was simply not built to withstand an Ivy Cudgel. I spent like a solid 50 minutes on stream just trying over and over again before calling it for the night. In spite of that, I had come up with a pretty decent strategy, and it involved my favorite monkey. I gave Gordy a Focus Sash and the moves Agility and Baton Pass. The Sash would allow Gordy to withstand an Ivy Cudgel, while Agility gave it +2 speed to then Baton Pass out to Harold, who would hopefully sweep. This seems like a great strategy. However, even with a ton of level grinding, Harold couldn't OHKO the Water Mask. Thankfully, Jeff Probes was able to tank an Ivy Cudgel and finish off the Water Mask, but since the rest of my team can't handle the Rock Mask, I used them to heal up Gordy and Harold to repeat my Baton Pass strat, which is only possible because Gordy has the pickup ability, so he's able to reuse his Focus Sash. Except while Harold was able to take out the Rock Mask, this happened. There's no way I missed it! No! No! Harold! Finally, it was just down to Gordy, my main man, my starter, on a sliver of health. But let me tell you something. That's enough health to win the game, baby! Gordy the GOAT uses a revive. Jeff Probes comes out to completely destroy Ogerpon. He was truly the survivor. And I don't know, he's not a Johto Pokemon. I might not catch this guy. Whoa, shiny ho, what encounters, whoa!